Hello friends, we are approaching the holiday of Chanukah of 2023. I would like to share with you today how to use the light of Chanukah for healing, any kind of healing. If it's physical healing, if God forbid we have some medical condition, emotional healing, any kind of healing. So we know that the light that is being revealed throughout the 8 days of Chanukah is called Or Haganuz, concealed light, concealed or hidden light. That light is the light that appears in the universe through the first 36 hours of creation. And then, for a variety of different reasons, that light, tremendous amount of positive energy, went into some kind of a hibernation stage. So that light is concealed, is hidden, but it's still there for us, and specifically during the time of Chanukah, we can tap into that light. Now we want to see how to use that light for healing, specifically as you light the candles, your Chanukiah, your candelabra of Chanukah, and just like through the day, the 8 days of Chanukah. Let's turn to the biblical story of Jacob the Patriarch. That will help us to understand how to tap into this light of healing. Jacob the Patriarch represents the energy of balance and harmony within human souls. And when we read the different stories in the scriptures about Jacob, one of the stories that stands up is the wrestling match that Jacob the Patriarch had with a very negative angel. That negative angel representing, of course, any kind of chaos, of sickness, illness, or any kind of darkness in our lives. So the story goes about the wrestling match that Jacob had with that negative angel all night long. So they're fighting with each other all night long, and the negative angel, that chaos agent, wasn't able to defeating Jacob. One of the reasons, he couldn't find a spot of weakness in Jacob. When morning came, Jacob actually had the upper hand. He was able to defeat the negative angel, defeat darkness. Nevertheless, it says that Jacob was hurt, because eventually that angel of Satan, the angel of negativity, was able to find a weak spot in Jacob's body, kind of the Achilles heel, metaphorically, that we all have. So the negative angel was able to find that weak spot, penetrate, and create chaos. And that's basically something that is happening in our lives also today. The force of negativity, of darkness, of pain and suffering eventually finds, unfortunately, a way. Unfortunately, it does find a way of how to get into our system and to create that chaos. So we understand that Jacob was able to defeat the dark force, nevertheless was hurt. Then the story continues that just before morning came, around the time of dawn, and a little bit later, with sunrise, the sun came out, the physical sun, came out, and Jacob was healed. So what's the message here? We can see it in the Zohar, in the portion of Miketz. I'm going to read it for you in a few seconds. But the Zohar is saying, Kevan de'ata Yaakov, Jacob came and he was hurt from the negative angel. But again, it's not history. It's not about Jacob. It's about us today. Vayizrach lo hashemesh, man shemesh hau shimsha deganiz. That sun that came out is actually the concealed light that we have during the time of Chanukah. The concealed, that hidden light that shines throughout those 8 days of Chanukah. Man shemesh how shimsha deganiz begin be'asuta. So the Zohar in the portion of Miketz is saying that light, the light of Chanukah, the light of the spiritual sun, eventually showed up, and Jacob was taking advantage of that light, this concealed light, the light of the spiritual sun, the energy of the sun. Man shemesh begin deit ba asuta leitzaa lemarkavuta. So Jacob was able to take the light of, again, metaphorically, the sun. We're talking about the spiritual energy, the energy of Chanukah. So Jacob the Patriarch take that light of Chanukah and use it for healing, any type of healing, emotional healing, mental healing, financial healing, physical healing. Jacob knew the secret of Chanukah, taking this light of Chanukah for healing. But it wasn't just like healing, but Jacob was able to take the light and, yes, healing, but healing to the very spot, the very weakness that he had. So when we think about healing, yes, of course, we all want to be healthy and immune against anything bad that can happen in our lives. But it's even more than just healing. It's finding the Achilles heel, or the places where illness, sickness, in every possible level, is actually coming into our lives to begin with. So it's really the secret also of the immune system. Healing and the immune system. ליצאה למרכבותה. ויבוא יעקב שלם בגופי דעצי. And then Jacob was completely healed. שלם בגופי, he was a complete person, body and soul, and again this energy of healing. So this is something that will be great for each one of us to meditate during the days of Chanukah. If you lighting the candles of Chanukah, definitely when you're doing that, when you're standing there in front of the candles, and just as I mentioned, throughout the 8 days of Chanukah, tremendous light of healing. Jacob used it. Again, Jacob represents the harmony, the peace, the togetherness of our souls. He was injured, he was hurt, but he found the light of Chanukah, the light of the spiritual sun, the concealed light, to heal himself. But that's available for each one of us. Happy Chanukah. Enjoy the light of healing.